chapter 23, verse 4 through 6. Pushing the wrong button up here. And with that, it reads, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." With this in the foreminds of our minds tonight, I would like to let you know there are a few slides that I'll be showing that might be triggering for somebody, so I apologize in advance. But I would like to tell a small testimony of my brother Levi. In this photo, Levi is 19, and he has the world of opportunity in his grasp. So with that, he takes the opportunity of getting a convertible against our mother's wishes. She said it was dangerous and he should have full insurance, and he was like, "Well, that's expensive, Mom, so I'm only gonna get, part coverage," or whatever that technical stuff is. On the way home from one of his best friend's wedding, they were in a tragic car accident. This is the outcome. Levi was pronounced dead on scene, but they revived him, and he was in a coma for 4 months. The doctors came to the conclusion that they could no longer do anything to help him survive. So they sent him home for us to care for him. Mind you, this was 5 years ago. Levi is currently in the stage of what we call quadriplegic. So he cannot use all of his arms and feed himself, but God had a bigger plan for Levi. This is Levi today. This is my sister Ashley, and this is me. Levi is currently going through therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy. God just had a really big plan for him. He showed me perspective. The way I like to view perspective is like this. Sometimes it's a little blurry, and sometimes we can get caught up in verse 4. "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death," we forget one word in that sentence, and that's walk. We get so caught up in the baggage of our fears of what's happening to us, of things, whether it's us directly or whether it's a family member. With Levi, I had to learn how to change adult diapers at the age of 15. I never thought that I would have to go through something like that. We would go to a restaurant and people would say, "Oh my gosh, what's wrong with him?" But really, what are you looking at? Leslie said, "Don't we judge people about the character. Instead, we should be looking at their heart." So in verse 4, it says, "Even though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil." Fearing no evil is very important for perspective, because with perspective, that literally means, and I also did what Jessica did with Google, a particular attitude toward a way of regarding something or a point of view. So the way we view the world is the way that we live in the world. If you view it from a point of suffering, you're always going to be dragged down. You're always going to wonder what your next move is. But if you use that word perspective to your advantage, and you have no fear because the Lord is with you and the Lord is walking with you, and if you dwell in the house of the Lord, as verse 6 says, you can overcome everything with just your point of view.